all over West Michigan. This is 24-Hour News 8 Football Frenzy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to a playoff edition of the Football Frenzy. I'm Jack Doles, joined by these really loud shoes on Larry.
The highlighters.
The highlighters. For highlights, yeah. Larry Figursky, Casey Jones. Let's start. We've got all spotlight games tonight. 19 high school football playoff games. We'll start in Division I and work our way down. Traverse City West made the trip to Rockford. All Rockford early on. Ethan LaCourte punches it in. Touchdown, Rockford. Extra point, no good, so it was 6-0. Same score in the second quarter. LaCourte again bowls his way in. 2-point conversion's good. The Rams had a 14-0 lead at the half. Fourth quarter, down 14-6. The Titans tie this one up. Jeff Turnquist drops back, fires downfield to Zach McGuire. He makes the catch. 2-point conversion good. And it's 14-all. This game goes to overtime. Traverse City did not convert. And then the Rams, Jake Senzik, follows the trap. Rockford wins in overtime, 20-14.
Spotlight number 2 shining on Holland, where 2 of the 5 OK Red teams went head-to-head tonight. 2 of the 3 conference teams to get in with just 5 wins. Panthers of West Ottawa entertaining the Eagles of Hudsonville. 2 teams met just 2 weeks ago. Hudsonville cruised in that one 45-0. And much of the same tonight. Second quarter, Eagles down 7-0, but on 4th and 2, that's Mason Oppel on the keeper. Eagles had tied it back up at 7. Then check out this play late in the half. Again, it's Oppel on the play action, feels the pressure, shakes off one guy, not once, but twice, and then lets that one fly and finds Caden Kemker in the end zone. 29-yard scoring touch. Hudsonville had a 13-7 lead. Then in the third, Oppel again going to go deep, this time to Cooper Caccini, who will come up with the grab, and check out the feet, just drags it in, they say, gets it inside. Hudsonville went up 21-7 on that play. They roll tonight in advance. Eagles win it 31-13.
Our third spotlight game ships us out to Portage, a rivalry rematch. Say that 10 times fast. From Week 8, Central and Northern, a tough physical Smack East versus Smack West in Round 1. Central in the postseason for the first time since 2009. They lost that Week 8 battle 7-0 to the Huskies. Trying to get back in this one second half. That's Brandon Sturgeon finding the end zone. Made it a 28-14 Portage Northern Huskies lead. But in the fourth, the Huskies defense coming up big with Central driving. This is Jay Koski going to jump in front and pick it off for the Huskies. They hang on to win it 35-14. So now Portage Northern, they'll face Battle Creek Lakeview. The Spartans beating the Matawan Wildcats elsewhere in Division II tonight. 14-7.
All right, Division III is loaded with quality teams from West Michigan. We'll start with the defending state champs from Zeeland West. Ducks took a 9-0 record into the playoff opener against Byron Center, and they just throttled them again. Darius Parisi going to take the handoff. First play from scrimmage, and he goes 80 yards for the touchdown. 2-point conversion is always as good, and it's 8-0. Ensuing kickoff, wind howling in his face, and the Ducks kicker, Alec Lundeen, pooches it perfectly. Ducks recover, and that sets up this 6-yard touchdown run by Nick Josh. 16-0 Zeeland West. They go on to win 50-0 to advance to the next round.
2 OK White teams with a long history of making the drive to Ford Field, squaring off in Lowell tonight. Red Arrows entertaining East Grand Rapids. Lowell won that regular season meeting 30-25 back in September. Great one tonight. East GR's second play of the game. Bryce Henke near sidelines, and he's gone. 51 yards to pay dirt. Pioneers missed the extra point into a strong win, which was a big deal tonight. They led it 13-7. 24 seconds left in the half. Red Arrows back on top. Max Dean in from 7 yards out. Lowell then led it 21-19, just over 3 to play. It's Henke again to the sidelines, this time on the far side, and he will go 23 yards for the score. 2-point conversion good. East GR led it 27-21, but the Red Arrows would answer. Into that strong win still. Ryan Stevens to Gabe Steed, 77 yards. That's your game winner. Red Arrows in a thriller tonight. Lowell advances 28-27.
Grand Rapids Christian just sneaking into the postseason for the 5th straight year. Made the trip to 8-1 St. John's and introduced them to the OK White. No score in the first. That's Malik McLaughlin getting the give and getting the first down. That set this up on the very next play. If it works, do it again. McLaughlin again. This time he's going to find the end zone. Made it a 7-0 Eagles lead. They hang in there for the win, 21-13, so they'll play at Lowell next week.
All right, like Lowell and East Conference rivals, Forest Hills Northern and Cedar Springs hooked up in round 1. It was 30-0 at a half, and well, this Cedar Springs defense, DeMarcus Bennett and Nate Sorensen with a sack. Cedar now with the ball, and Colin Alvestepper pitches to Zach Wamser. He's going to go 15 yards for the touchdown. Running clock. Cedar Springs wins it 36-0.
Let's make the jump to Division 6. 6-3 Fenville opening the playoffs against the 8-1 Mustangs of North Point Christian. You got to question the sanity of coaches sometimes. That's Ryan Klingler in the shorts out there. I was bundled up in a coat and hats. Opening drive, Mitchell Leonard off the pump fake there finds Ryan Taylor, 5-yard TD. It was 6-0 Blackhawks. North Point Christian would answer and grab the lead here in the second. Luke Van Dyke, Josh Hadsma, and this one caught will cover 47 yards as he gets behind the DB. It was 7-6 at the half, folks, and the North Point cruised home from there, 49-6 over Fenville. A couple other scores get you updated on in Division 6 tonight. Morley Stanwood falling to Sanford Meridian 19-14. As you can see, Waterville over Niles Brandy 1-1, 22-21.
All right, got to take a break. When we come back, check in on Divisions 4, 7, and 8. Stick around. Frenzy is coming right back. Welcome back to the Frenzy. We'll start the second half in Division 4. Allendale at South Christian. Sailors looking to make it 3 straight trips to Ford Field. They're off to a really good start. Johnny Watsink, wow, what a run there. Into the end zone, 7-0 South Christian. 5 minutes left in the first half. Watsink fakes the handoff and again calls his own number, 12-yard touchdown, 14-0. And then Watsink hands off to Jeff Plasman. He's going to go in from 8 yards. Sailors roll. Final score 35-0 over Allendale.
Wild game at Grand Rapids Christian tonight. 6-3 Cougars of Grand Rapids Catholic Central facing Unity Christian. Crusaders led it 33-7 at the half. CC comes roaring back, make it 33-14, and then it's Brendan Bowman. Just pushes away a tackler, and the big man shows some wheels. Goes 49 yards inside the 10. It set up a 1-yard touchdown run of his own. It was 33-21. Unity answers right back. Check out Christian Boss on the far side. Watch the little juke coming up here at the 20-yard line. Yep. Frees himself and goes the distance on that one, 52 yards. 3-score game again at 39-21. CC came back, cut it to 39-29. Then it's Bowman again, in from short range. The game was down to 39-36. 3 minutes to play. Bowman again will take this one. CC led it 43-39. Incredible comeback, right? 38 seconds to play, and Unity will answer. Jeff Snickers goes 19 yards and the game winner with a half a minute to play. Unity in a thriller over CC tonight, 46-43.
A rematch of last year's regional championship in D4 between Comstock Park and Cadillac. Comstock won that game. It's the only Vikings loss in 2 seasons. Panthers driving here up in Cadillac. Pat Naughton to Nick Kemp. Check out the diving grab there. And that set this up for the Panthers. Naughton the leap throw. And that's Mike Egler. Panthers win it. History repeating themselves. Comstock Park 19, Cadillac 10.
All right, winner of that gets the winner of this in round 2. Spring Lake at Whitehall. That's some good pumpkin carving there. Whitehall with a 14-0 lead in the defense. Cheston Mans rushes, sacks the quarterback for a big loss. Then fourth quarter, Zarin Ayler is going to go up top and connect with Keenan Ayler. 50-yard touchdown strike. That made it 21-0 Whitehall. That's your final score. They're moving on to play Comstock Park.
Wolverine Conference rivals Three Rivers and Vicksburg meeting for the second time this season. Wildcats took the first meeting 25-12 4 weeks ago. Vicksburg trying to even the score. Dalton Kettler airing it out, and that's Connor Henderson on the receiving end. 20-yard touchdown. It was 7-0 Vicksburg. Second quarter, Three Rivers answers. Running back Bailey Myholer Wertinger. This kid is a load. Number 3 around the corner, shows those wheels and gets inside the pylon, tied at 7, but Vicksburg gets the season split, and the one that was an elimination game, field goal there, they win it 14-13 Vicksburg. Elsewhere tonight, Division 4, Paw Redskins coming up with a short end of a 60-34 decision to the Edwardsburg Eddies.
Wolverine East Conference champs Plainwell hosting their second straight divisional playoff game, hoping for a better outcome this year against Battle Creek, Harper Creek. This second quarter, Plainwell down 7. Chase Marshall getting the give to Trenton Moore. He goes in from 5 yards out, ties the game at 7. But Harper Creek would answer in the second. Colton Swins taking the pitch, making a few moves. The 3-yard score was his second touchdown of the first half. At Battle Creek, Harper Creek, they go on to win 27-7.
This whole merger thing worked out pretty well for Kalamazoo Hackett and Kalamazoo Christian. United They stood and earned a playoff berth, took on Eaton Rapids. Well, this was a tough draw. Lane McVicker up the middle, breaks left, and he's gone. 60-yard touchdown, made it 29-0 Eaton Rapids. And then Kalamazoo United gets the ball back, trying to make something happen, but McVicker with the pick. Eaton Rapids beats Kalamazoo United. Final score 36-0.
To Division 5 now, Falcons of West Catholic, team with the biggest target on its back, hosting the Shamrocks of Berrien Springs. Thought they could get out early on the champs here by going deep. Johnny Boone's going to let this one fly, but David Fox there for the pick. And brings it back a bit, then gets knocked out of bounds, but it would set off the offense for West Catholic, and they would roll it up. Travis Russell here, QB keeper, comes to the right side, just fouls his blockers in from 2 yards out. It was 7-0. And then a little later, Russell's going to do it again, this time finding Nick Bursma. This one will cover 21 yards on the catch and carry. West Catholic, 9th straight district final. They win it tonight 41-6.
So the Falcons then getting the winner. The other big one in D5, a couple of 8-1 powers. Hopkins and Muskegon Oak Ridge tied at 8 in the second. Quincy Collins for Hopkins going to take it 35 yards down the sideline. They get the 2-point conversion. It was 16-8 Hopkins at the break. Third quarter, they'd add to it. Sid Vandertwine, 1-yard plunge. He punches it in, and Hopkins took a 22-8 lead, but Oak Ridge kept fighting. Brady Luttrell to James Cooper III made it a 22-16 game, but that would be all the scoring. Hopkins wins it 22-16. They'll head to West Catholic to face the Falcons next week. Elsewhere in Division 5, a couple other matchups here. The Lakeview Wildcats blanked by Remus Chippewa Hills 41-0. Chippewa Hills will now play Reed City as the Coyotes beat the Newaygo Lions 32-13.
Not many teams from this area in Division 7. Gobles and Bridgman, two of them. They squared off in Gobles tonight. And here's the big play right here. Ryan Tim takes the handoff for Bridgman and rumbles 71 yards for the Bees touchdown. That made it 33-8. Bridgman's defense picks it up from there, and Bridgman will roll to a final of 33-8 in that ballgame. Also tonight, it's Cassopolis wins a thriller over Decatur in Division 7, 29-28.
Last but certainly not least, Division 8, where no one has dominated their division quite like these guys. Muskegon Catholic Central. Crusaders at home opening against Fulton tonight. First quarter, opening drive, Nick Holt, handoff, Tommy Scott up the middle, goes to the outside. He'll still get in, turns that corner. 16 yards, it was 7-zip. Next drive, well, looks like a replay. Scott again will break this one around the right side and take it in, this time from 20 yards out. MCC goes on to win big tonight, 56-18.
They're so good.
Yes, they are. One other final from Division 8 tonight. Climax Scots, the Panthers advancing with a 22-8 win over Pittsburgh.
All right, stick around. Football's over, but we've got Griffins and Red Wing highlights. Beautiful scene at the Joe tonight. Frenzy's coming right back. Welcome back to the Frenzy. Check out the scene at Joe Louis Arena. Fans holding up signs, "Get well, Gordy." Of course, the great Gordie Howe had a stroke over the weekend, and he is struggling right now at his daughter's home in Texas. Red Wings not struggling. On the power play, Gustav Nyquist, 6th of the season. It was 1-0. Still in the first period. Watch Pavel Datsuk fleeces the LA King player and then shoots and scores. Beautiful goal, 2-0 Red Wings. Then on the power play, it's Nyquist again. His 7th of the season. Wings had a 3-0 lead. They go on to win 5-2.
Back in West Michigan, Griffins unbeaten on the road, but they haven't won at home yet. Looking for that first victory against the Chicago Wolves tonight. Andy Mealy made it 1-0. Moments later, second shot of the game. Andy Mealy, nice backhander, short side. It was 2-0 Griffins, 2 shots in. They can do better than that. Still in the first. Athanasiou, that's the third shot of the game for the Griffins. They led 3-0. They're down then 5-4 in the third. Landon Ferraro's had a struggle to start this season. Scrum in front, buries that one. It's 5-5, and we're going to overtime. And unfortunately, it happened again. Sebastian Wanstrom here for Chicago will get the game winner in OT. Griffins fall again at home, 6-5, although they do get a point.
Big news out of Ann Arbor. Dave Brandon has resigned as the athletic director at the University of Michigan. Brandon, of course, was under fire for the way Shane Morris's concussion was mishandled on and off the field. Students, too, were upset with the rising ticket prices here in the alumni for his perceived arrogance. Now, he did raise a ton of money for the school and upgrade some Michigan facilities, but in the end, the collapse of the football program started that domino effect and did it, man.
And he'll be replaced by former teammate and West Michigan native Jim Hackett. Hackett played football at Michigan under Bo Schembechler, went on to become CEO at Steelcase. He'll run the athletic department until a permanent replacement is found. Thanks for joining us on the Frenzy. See you next week for week 2 of the playoffs.